Hello and welcome into Tammy Loves Vintage. I've got some things here to work on. I have a couple little projects I kind of wanted to get off my table, and I was just sitting here thinking about the next thing that I wanted to work on. And so I thought I might as well just go live and knock this stuff out. So the first thing, I have things piled. So the first thing I thought we could do is this jar of old pins that I found while antique shopping Friday in Hartville. And I thought it was just filled full, and the lid, I've already thrown it in the trash. Here is the lid. It looked like this. And I thought it was a very interesting little bottle. And I wanted to do something to jazz it up because I'm just going to leave it just like this. I'm not putting any labels. I'm not putting any lace. I'm not doing anything fancy. Hi, you guys. Thanks for joining me. And so, oh, I got my hair tie on. It was hot today. And I need to grab my E6000, or we'll do B7000. It's on top. It's fine. Okay. And so I have this glass doorknob, and I just thought, I'll just see how it fits. And look at that. It fits perfectly, like perfectly. So I'm going to, let's see where it's hitting. I'm hitting some of the pins. It's just laying right on top of that. Okay. So, hi everybody. My weekend was good. How was your weekend? How was everybody's weekend? We had a great weekend. It went fast. We went to a birthday party for a friend of mine, and that was fun. And then we went over to Julie's house and sat and visited with her and her husband yesterday or last night. And then today we went to see my mom, and then we went to see Millie and Summer and Sean. So we've had I don't have it. Here's a napkin. We didn't have an exciting weekend, but yes, it was so hot. You really couldn't do a whole lot, right? Okay, so I should have probably put that on last. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's fine. All I'm going to do is wrap the neck of this bottle with seam binding. Let me put you down here just a little bit. Maybe you guys can see. I feel like you're at a funny angle, like you can't see what I'm doing. So, okay. So I'm going to take the end of this, and I don't necessarily know that there's a front or a back. I guess I kind of like this right here because there's more pin tops. So let's go there, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down. You guys have watched me do this to bottles many, many times, and I'm just going to go, I can't pull too hard until the glue sets up. Might need to put a little snippet there, just a little snap of glue to hold it down. But so I was looking at what is going to be my project, and I didn't go upstairs to grab a paper plate project. I am going to do a future paper plate project now. Since I had so many things still on my work table from our shopping trip, I thought let's just whip out one of those things. Save me a trip upstairs. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, we did an arrangement here not too long ago, and I enjoyed it so much. And so I thought, well, I was pulling, as I was showing you guys things, I was putting them in piles. You know, anything that was kind of the same that I needed to address, and the one pile was for arrangements. So that's what I'd like to work on. Let's see, now I just have to seal this to close it, or to finish it, make sure the end is down tightly. And then I'll take my scissors here and cut it. And then let me find here's my front again, or this could be my front too, either side. Two sides have a lot of button tops showing, and the other two sides don't. So then all I'm going to do, I'm going to keep it simple. I don't, I jazz up a lot of things, and some things I just keep simple. You can't have everything dripping. Hi, you guys. You can't have everything dripping with stuff, or then it's just chaos. Like, it's a lot. So it's kind of nice sometimes to just have, a restful thing, I guess you could say. But at the same time, we have to tweak it a little bit. Like I can't just set it there with the lid. You do, Janet? No way. In the black frame, I'm not even going to tell you the story about it. It's sickening. But I absolutely love it. I bought it years ago in my Victorian time, and it was in Millie's bedroom at the little house. They had left all my stuff, most of you guys know, and so she was playing with it, reaching for it on the wall all the time. And so Summer had taken it down, and it was I saw it laying on the shelf this weekend, and I'm like, oh, no, that is very nice. So no, that's not happening. I took it home. I brought it home. Millie's not playing with that. Okay, and then I, of course, want to throw a button. Wait to waste that one. That one's just excellently too good. Let me see. Here's one. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. It is John Knowles Hair. I collect a lot of his postcards and lady prints, framed pictures. Like he's one of my favorite artists for doing Victorian ladies, and it's more about all of their hats, their big hats and things. And so I loved the 6 black frames. Usually you see them in gold, so I felt quite lucky to get the black. So that's really cool that you have it. It's a treasure. It'll stay with me forever. I'll never be able to sell it. That's probably the thing I most overpaid for of all things that I own. That's probably the one thing. But I don't regret it. I still love it. So there's that. And it was in a booth, in an antique booth, so you couldn't like try to make an offer or anything. It was what it was. So there you go. That's all I'm doing. I think that's plenty. I think it's beautiful. I think it's going to look super interesting mixed in amongst my things. So let's set this over here. Yay. Check that box. One thing done. So when we got home from all of our visiting today, I sat down and I had realized when we did this bag that I wanted to add a tag. I didn't think about adding something to it, and I had this old tag, and I had this old tag, this old metal tag, and so I sat and sewed. Those just a little bit ago. So let me see here. So what I thought, because I am the worst sewer, I thought, what if I lock in my stitching with hot glue? Just to hold everything in place. Then I knotted it and it should be good, but I just kind of want to make double, triple sure it's good, right? So there we go. That ought to do the trick. And then I have, yeah, here's my other, oh no, it's not, that's just a piece of paper. Oh, here it is right here. Let's put this, I'm gonna put some glue on that. I'm gonna give it just a minute to dry, and then I'm gonna go in and rub it down so that I don't knock that big dot off, you know? It'll be smooth, but I need to let it cool a little bit. There we go. There you go. So, I'm doing good, Stacy. How are you? Hello, Betty from Maine. Thanks, Pamela. That's so sweet. So, here we go. Now my bag. Now I feel like my bag is finished. I love it. Okay, so there's the bag. So now I can take and put that away. I took it upstairs and I kept thinking about it, and I thought, I feel like it needs something more than fabric, and fabric on fabric on fabric, right? It needed some hardware. So that was a cool idea. Okay, the next things that I have laid out here. Oh, I forgot to grab my rub and buff. Hang on. I always have to grab something every stinking time. Let's see. So that's the one that's dried up. I'm right here. I can't find my... I don't know where my main one that I use every day is. Huh. Oh, hell, it was in my hand. Okay. So now I have all of my Oh, thank you, Sue. So, okay, gold leaf. Okay, this is an old one that I found in my stash. And Julie tried to use it the other night. And, oh yeah, it's coming out. And it's just old. You can see it's old and tired. Here's, let me see if I can save it at all. And then I was just gonna add, you know, just a little touch, because this is just a little silver dish that I've had. And I thought it was really cute. Let me try a new one and see. I'm not loving that. Let's try this. It's the same color. Gold leaf, yep, gold leaf. Let me see. Let me try this. Oh yeah, you know, it must get old. I can't tell you how many years that tube has been in my little stash. So let's just buzz along here a little bit with some of that gold. I like the gold and silver. You know, some things I like the gold and silver mix, and then other things I'm like, oh, I can't put gold with silver. It's so weird. I don't know why. I don't know why. Sometimes I love it, and sometimes I'm like, ooh, no, no, no. I don't know. It used to be like a major thing with me. Like, no way could I mix gold and silver, like like when I'm wearing. Now I do all the time. So, okay, this was my good one. And this one, sadly, I have to throw it away. I was using that envelope from Callie. That worked out great. It was right on top. Okay, so I just added some around the edges, and then I'll see, I may add a little bit more around the base and stuff, but before I build this up, I wanted to get some on there. And then I can go back through when I'm all done and see what I can see. So I know some of you guys probably have little dishes like this. You see them at like Goodwill and stuff. I don't go to Goodwill a lot, but I know you can see them there. I'm sure your mom had one. Okay. Yes. Yes. For Thanksgiving. Aw. Bright silver. Yes. Yeah. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Hi, Teresa. Nope. I am live. You are not on the replay. You did get a new one that messed up? Wow. Hey, Yvette, good morning. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for saying hello, everybody. I'm just going to be on here. Remember this little box of things that I bought? That I was putting everything to the side. I showed you the bucket and the door thing and the scale and the cheese box. I don't know what all we're not going to do the cheese box. I'm not going to do anything that big, but some of these little things, I feel like knocking some out. So this one was a paper plate project that I had laying out. So I am going to use a piece of foam on this. So let's just put just a little bit. I don't know that I need it, but I think I would feel better using it. Okay, so I have my knife there. And let's just stick down a little piece. I'm going to keep it inside of all of the, you know, the little openings. All right, so let's stick this down. And I did see my glue's getting low, so I grabbed another roll of that. Saved me from getting up, walking away from you guys. So if I need it, I will. Hi, Callie. Thank you. Hi, you guys. Hi, Jan. Hi, Patricia. I still have your stuff laying there, Callie. I am going to put the hat away for Easter. I put your name on it. I just need to put it in my Easter box. I have a little bit of that I missed. And I will send you a message in the spring when I use it. Because I won't do it without you knowing that I'm doing it, or at least that I did it. And you can watch the replay if you have to. Okay, so I think as a base, I don't have this on the website. This is a little bit darker. I wasn't sure how crazy I was for it because it was so dark. So I've been using it just for my own projects for base, like underneath everything. And I might string it a little bit. I don't know. I put a bag on my back right here, and that's my olive tree, and then I put some right there in that and use the dark green for that. But yeah, I don't know, kind of I'll show you for those that aren't familiar. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, that's nice. It's just less messy than regular moss. I love that about it. Like it's not, I don't have a mess. Okay, so that's covering everything. Hopefully I can poke through. Now, I was at a yard sale. One of the customers, one of my paint customers was having a yard sale, and she messaged me and asked me if she wanted me to know she was having a sale. So I went, and this is one of the things that I picked up. And I just loved all of the pink flowers. And honestly, we'll see. I was going to, this works in here perfectly, but it takes away from the pretty part of this. So I thought maybe I'll just cut it apart and use just pieces of it, which is why I bought it anyway. I just wanted these little bits and pieces. Again, when I tell you guys to save your little old things, it's to do stuff like this. So I wanted to show you. And I hope you don't mind that I'm doing another arrangement. I thought of that. I thought they're probably like, oh, is that all she does? I feel like I've just done bottles and arrangements. But I do other things, so don't leave me. I'm just trying to get some things off my list. And everyone seems to always like the arrangements. And I'm going to do a sale in my group tomorrow. I haven't told them yet, so you guys that are in the group that are here, I am going to do a sale tomorrow. So that's why I kind of wanted to whip out a couple of these things, make them better than what they are. All right, that's good enough. Oh, there's a little bit of yellow, very little bit. Let's see, I might add that in. It might be interesting. All right, and we'll just put some of the berries aside. I can poke them in later. And then I pulled some things as well out of the bag. So again, this was a paper plate project, so it's kind of ready to go. So I have all of this stuff. I'm not going to use it all. Oh, Linda, that's so sweet. I hope I'm not stepping on anybody. I didn't even look. I just knew if I didn't go live now, it's going to get too late and I'll miss a day, and I didn't want to miss a day. I was so sleepy when we got home. I think it was the heat. So I sat down and sewed some, I sewed those tags on that bag, and then what else did I sewed ruffles. I took some lace pieces that looked like ruffles and drew them up to be ruffles. So that's what I just sat in my chair and decided to sew a little bit. So unlike me. Hi, Mary. Yay, you did catch me live. Sometimes you want to see how I do the doily dress on the ceramic half dolls. Okay. I keep forgetting to put glue on my thing. I usually put, oh, gee. See, I left it on for too long the other day. Oh, now I got glue all over my fingers. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm trying to get this glue off. Some of it was hot and melted, and some of it wasn't. Now I've got glue all over me. Okay. What was I going to say? I've only done the dolls, I believe, in the group. Who wanted to know that? Janet. So I can show you really quick. If you just take a piece of lace and you just sew across the top of it and pull, it makes a ruffle, and then you can glue your ruffle down. Some of them I get a little bit more involved, but basically that's all there is to it. So like that's what I sat and did today. Tonight when we got home, I've got a bag. I showed you the other day. I've got a bag full of ruffles now. And so I bought this blue, but look, it's like such an antique-y blue. And so it was just a big long piece, and I sewed through it. And then I left the tails. Where's the tails? Oh, they must be over here. Yeah, see, I left the tail there, you can see, so that I can pull it tight. So that's one kind. And then here's another kind. It was already kind of gathered. but it wasn't gathered enough. So I did that. So you can add like a collar around her neck with something like this. And you've already seen these. Here I did this one. This one would be an exact one. It was just a little sliver that I had made something else with. And instead of putting it in my scrap, since it was half, I sewed it right here so it's not too far up. So when I pull it, it makes a little thing. And so that, well, that bottle, let's see. Let's pretend that this is a glass, you know, a pretty glass bottle. Then I can put this around, and then you would have the doll head on the top. And then you would, you know, fluff your ruffle a little bit. I'd have to cut this part off because I sewed it down here. And then wrap it with your seam binding and your bow. Same thing. So that's all of that, all of this. Here's another piece that I did. It was just a little sliver, but I thought I would be able to pull it and ruffle it so you could do like a layer. Like I could do, oh, this is really rough. I'm not doing this, but this is way off topic. So Janet, just trying to help you out. So let's say you want to do this one, and then maybe you want to add just a little something. So if this was shorter like that. So I set and made a whole bag, and it's called sewn ruffles is what I called it. And I just have them ready to go. So then when I'm in, because some of these projects are a little time consuming, and I hate to sit and make people watch me sew. It's like watching paint dry. I hate that. So hi, Stephanie. So anyway, that's how you do it, basically. I mean, that's a quick, I'm just trying to see if I have any of the dolls. Well, yeah, she's not a good, like this is a good, so yeah, this one here would be the perfect example. And so instead of pulling it super tight, I left it a little bit to where I could wrap it around her shoulders loosely, and she'd have a little bit of ruffle on this old spring. So that's gives you a really good idea. Some of them, I mean, we take them a lot farther. Like this one went a lot farther than that. But the basic idea is there. Okay. So when you draw your fabric together, it makes a wonderful ruffle. So, okay. All right. So let's get back to this. So I just wanted to put together, I really want to do the scale and the bucket and maybe that door plate. I don't know. We'll see how long it takes me, because I always get off on other things, right? Okay, now this is going to be really weird, but I love, these are at Hobby Lobby, and they're in different colors, and I love the textures of them. Beth Durant and I used to do weddings, and she spotted these things, and I thought, ew, I don't know, it looks like a sticker bush, and boy, are they awesome, though, in flower arrangements, and I didn't have the eye for it, but she did, and she was absolutely right. They are really cool and interesting in an arrangement. So I'm going to stick, oh, this one, the whole thing came off. Okay, it doesn't matter. You're not going to see it. So I'm just going to stick them in somewhere, and then we'll soften around them, and you'll see it's kind of just about the texture. So that's a good one to pick up too when you're there. No rhyme, no reason to where I'm placing these things. I'm just sticking them in. And then as I go, I just know that everything on my table here kind of goes, it kind of looks nice together. So I think I'll be able to, you know, fill it in and make it nice. Let's see. So this, the color might be off a little bit, but I don't know. Mother Nature doesn't always care if she has off shades of pink with flowers that are growing beside of each other, right? Let's just stick it in here, and then I can take it out if I'm not crazy about it. I think I'm crazy about it. I think I'm crazy about it. Let's just leave it. I think I like it. Okay. Then we have these little things just to, I don't think there's anything, yeah, there's nothing really sharp enough for me to poke in. These are like little rubbery things to make them look real, but I don't want them to hold it back, I guess is what I've hard to think of the words. I don't want it to hold back from going in, and there's nothing to push in. So there, I just shoved that in, you see? So it let me shove it in flatter, I guess. That's what I'm trying. Oh, this glue. I love the glue because it's the coiled, and I don't have to keep saying, oh, wait a minute, I need a glue stick. I rarely have to do that, but boy, is it stringy. I don't like that. I didn't really look where I was going to put this. Let's put it right here in front. So here's that one. Okay. All right, and then, oh, here's another piece of this. These are all scraps, you guys. Scraps, I'm telling you, they're just, oh no, I don't like that. I'm gonna put it back here. It's not very big. Let me see if I can poke a hole. Yeah, oh, I can barely poke a hole, but I think I can. So we'll get some glue on there. See if I can get it poked down into that. Barely, yes, but I did. Okay, so there's another piece of that, and that's all we're doing of that stuff. Let's see here. Let's stick one of these since it's a little bit big. I'm going to stick this in the front. I am no florist, okay? I did work in a flower shop for a little while when I was in high school, actually. Nope, I don't like it. Hang on. Too tall. So let's cut this leaf off. So I learned a couple of little tricks, but I was never, I mean, I got to do some, but I was never like officially great at putting them together, like where like a corsage. No way. I would never trust myself with that. My friend Angie, she puts them together. She's made corsages. I can't do it. And she's like me. She just likes making the flower arrangements. I can't. I wouldn't even tackle. I think Julie's made some boutonnieres. I don't know if she's done the corsages, but I don't think I would do that either. I don't trust myself. I'd be afraid it would just fall off of them at the worst time. So these are just teeny tiny little flowers, and so I'm just poking them in wherever I see like a big spot of moss. Like, see that? Let's just go right there, okay? And so I'm going to stick it in just to break up the moss a little bit. See? And so just to kind of break up that moss a little bit. That's all I was looking for. Any spot that was like, ooh, that's a big one. I would stick it in there. Okay, and then I just have this little bit over here to do. Or this, whatever, drive me crazy. And then I do think I want to break it up. I've got like 4 little yellow flowers, not very many. So let's stick, yeah, because there's a little bit of yellow in amongst this pink. I just have to find where I want to do it. Okay, let's do it there. So we're just looking for a hole. We're just looking for a hole, and I'm looking there. So there's the yellow worked in. And then I have a little bit of yellow here, so I'm going to cut it, saving just a little bit of stem that I can poke in. And I've got myself pretty full up front, but I wouldn't mind trying to get that yellow in. Maybe I'll split these two, and I'll put the taller one in. I'll put the taller one in here. Okay, let me see if I can push it in a little bit. I'm not pushing it in, it's not tall enough, so I'm just going to lay it in there. And I'm going to put this other one, yeah, I feel like I want it right here. Okay, let's see about it. Yeah, I can poke it. Okay, so let me put a little bit of moss here and shove. There we go. Okay. Here's another one of these. Let's stick this in. All of these so far were on my paper plate, so I did pretty good laying out what would work with this. And I did make the executive decision to cut up the wreath instead of leaving it all together. It was like, should I cut it up or should I lay it in there? But I feel like if I laid it in there, you would lose all of the pretty part of this little dish. And I didn't want to do that. Okay, so let's So if you're uncomfortable doing, you know, flower arrangements in vases or whatever, just think about doing something little like this. This is easy, just little teeny things shoved in here and there. Here's a little flower that we just rolled, and I used velvet, and I felt like the color was right. Let's see. I feel like it might, if I'm going to use it, yeah, look, just to mix an element in there. I think I'm going to, because I could, let's see, let me see. I could put, you know, I kind of like the velvet flower, just as a little surprise, right? Let's do that. Surprise! Get in there, see? So sweet. And I have one more. I must have only had enough to make two. And I didn't do a very good job of getting my center glue. There we go. So here's another one. We've been messing a lot with velvet in my private group, so kind of gets lost there. Oh, there's a good spot to tuck it. Okay, I'm just gonna glue the flat bottom. I made a little flap at the bottom, flat, so we'd have something to glue it to. I'm gonna stick it right in there. So it's tucked in there, and here's the other one on the other side. And then maybe we'll stick, let me see if I, oh, it's so sweet. If I poke, this one's not in the right spot. So let me see if I just poke, if it'll poke. Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me. I'm not leaving that in there. Okay. I had this laid out too, but it's not doing anything for me. Okay, so let me move this stuff to the side. Now I need a little bit of greenery. It's just a little bit too floral, and it needs, see what I mean? I've got a lot of florals in there. So I'm just thinking maybe just a little bit of this. Might be too long. Let me see, that might be too long. Let me see. No, that's too big. Ooh, what about these? Let's try these little things. I think this will fit in there really nice, just to get a little bit of green. So let's see what this does. So this was not on the paper plate. But yeah, just a little bit of green, see? Just a little bit. And I'll work a few more pieces, but this is my greenery drawer. Whenever I take anything apart, I mean, I save just junk, but it, you know, when you put it all together, it makes something, and I like using little things like that, so it works great for this kind of thing. Let's see here. I'm going to use these two, look a little bit bigger, so I'm going to stick with the smaller ones. I think these are from Hobby Lobby. I can't swear to it. I think so. Okay, let's see about sticking. I want a little bit bigger. So I've got like small, medium, and large of this. So let's stick one here with that velvet flower kind of. Yeah. See? Just a little, but see how that just kind of adds something. I don't know what it adds, but it adds something. Okay, let's stick this one in here. There we go. Okay, and then I think I want something down coming out right here. So I'm going to hold my finger there so I don't lose my spot. And stick it right in here. And I'm going to press the flowers into the glue. I am not even pushing this down into anything. I'm just setting it and gluing it to the petals there. I put that one in right there. And then I think I might lay a big one. Is that going to be weird? Let's just see. Let me cut it flat. So I cut the stem off. I cut this little stem off. I'm going to see about laying it right in here. Oh yeah, I like it. Okay, let's do that. I'll show you. So this is the before right there. And I'm going to lay this right in here like that. It's just better for this. I might need a little something else for that. I don't know. Let me see. This might be too much. Let's cut this off. Let's see about, I'm not going to be able to shove it in there. I can see that. So let's cut this down. I'm going to stick a little bit of glue on that and a little bit of glue on the back of this. I'm going to see if I can't lay those in there because there's a little bit of a gap there. There, let's see. I think that's better. Okay. All right. I'm going to put these leaves back in here. I'm going to put this leaf back in here. There we go, because I don't want to do any more pinks since we just did pink. I don't want to bore you guys with another pink project. So I think, are we done? I think it's done. And then, I mean, look, I could put a little pink. Let me see if I have the right shade. Of course, there's so many shades of pinks in there. Oh, no. The pink that I have ready to go is too pink. It's too pink. I need it more vintage. It's not right. So no seam binding for this one. Okay. I don't have the right shade of, oh, well, now wait a minute. Let me see here. Is this could work. This could work even better. I've got it in Sari Silk. Haha. Okay, fear not. It's almost the same thing. Not quite. It's a little bit stiffer, but it's still very sweet. Let's see about this. We might hate it. I might hate it. I already feel like I'm gonna hate it. It needs to be boinky. It needs seam binding. I mean, somebody else might like it. I don't care. I don't like it. Ah, forget it. Yeah, the off-white is a little more brownish, a little bit more tea stained. I think it's too old looking, so no, this isn't gonna work. I'm gonna grab it. Where is it? I've been using it up so much. Hang on, here's just a couple pieces. It's okay, but I think it's too dark. I think it pulls it down and makes it look dirty, so I'm not going to do that. In person, you would be like, oh, I see. I think you would see. So there you go. We've got ourselves a sweet little arrangement in a dish like what Grandma might have had. And then just so that I don't forget, I am going to run. So you can totally see why I wanted to make sure I had some of that gold on these edges. You can totally see it, but it's not like screaming gold. It's just a subtle little bit of gold. And then I'm going to run it around the edge of this too, just because this is super tarnishy. And I feel like the gold kind of gives it a little bit happier feeling. It's hard to come up with the words. I know what I'm thinking in my head, but it's hard to think of a word to tell you what it is. So yeah, we'll just say it's happier. See, I just made it a little bit happier. Okay, let me make sure I got it. Good. Kind of smearing it up a little bit more because I really like that gold. Okay. All right, I better stop. I got it all over my board. That's hard to get off of there. Okay, so this one is done. So there you go. Happy. Okay, sweet. All right, let's do this little scale. It's gonna be quick. It'll be a quick little thing. Oh, I forgot I needed to clean it. I forgot I needed to clean it before I do anything to it. So you see these scales out in the wild every once in a while when you're shopping. Sometimes they have hand painting on them, so you girls that can paint, you can paint them, paint little designs on them and things. Of course, I can't do that, so I mean, I've painted a few little flowery things, but nothing like an artist would do. I may have to spritz some water down in there. I can't get down in where I need to get. But I'd really like it to be clean. Hang on, I got an idea. Let's see here. I'll grab a chip brush and my spray bottle. Let's see if I can't clean this a little bit better. Okay, since I'm not at my sink. Okay, so I sprayed it. I'm gonna get my brush down there. There we go. That ought to do it. That ought to do it. Okay. Yeah, that I feel better about that. It was kind of dirty down in there. All right, and let me wash this piece. Okay. All right, and this will come shipped, you know, in these pieces, because I'm afraid if I try and glue it all together or whatever, it may not do super well. So I really love the little dish, and I don't want to do a whole lot. No, yes, I did see them, the bottle labels, Linda. Yes, they're very, very cool. Very cool. I think I want to do just a little something right here. I mean, let me just see. That's almost too big. It's almost, you know what I think I'm gonna have to do is some paper flowers. I think my fake flowers are too big. Okay, so this is all that I have left of my fake flowers. My silks and stuff. Let's see, this one might not be too bad. I think I'm gonna do paper flowers. They just have a more vintage feel to me. So I'm just gonna do that. Quit messing around. Okay, so where's my paper? Oh, they're right here. I've already brought them over. Okay, so here we go. Paper flowers. Let's put this back together. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we have a teeny tiny little scale. It is cast iron. I could only think of the iron part. I couldn't think of the cast iron. Okay, so let's see. I've got some velvet leaves and I've got some paper leaves. I'm thinking paper with paper is what I'm thinking. Let me push this stool out of the way. Okay. Oh, do I want to do color? I don't think I do. Where's my, okay. Where is my bag of neutral paper flowers? Okay, what is happening here? Did I put it? It's not up here. I'm like, it's probably right in front of me. Where the heck is it? Where in the world did I put it? It's got to be right here. I wouldn't have put it anywhere else. Well, maybe we're gonna do some colored flowers. Oh, I did lay out some seam binding. That is so insane. Where in the world did I put? I keep thinking maybe I put them in the wrong drawer, but I didn't. And there's lace. I'm giving you guys a good shot of my Band-Aid. That is really crazy. They're not in my leaves. They're not in my flowers. I have a bag, a whole bag like this. Isn't this crazy? I can't find it. Well, I could do some daisies off of this. It's not going to take a whole lot. Maybe I'll give some daisies a little try. Huh. I don't know where my bag. That's going to drive me crazy. I'm going to have to get off of here early just so I can find my bag of flowers. I can't lose that bag of neutral flowers. That's like a treasure. Hello, Marlene. It happens to all of us. I know it's happened to me too, but usually I'm like, oh, there it is. It's not happening. There is no, oh, there it is happening. It's so annoying. I feel like I must have got it out for one of these projects. I have a couple paper plate projects over there. It's not with those. I would never have taken all of my flowers up for the paper plates. Oh, you guys need to see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I'm all discombobulated because I can't find my flowers. I'm just taking together a little wreath, a little headband of daisies. It's old vintage daisies. And trying to carefully. It had a velvet band. And it's got a velvet bow, but the velvet bow is too big for this project. So I've had that tucked in there. So let's see. I really want my, oh, I don't want that. I really want my flowers. Huh. When I find them, you'll all hear me say, oh, there they are. They're not in this room. Where in the world? They're not out by my chair. I need them. I'm not going to be able to do this unless I do it in colors. It's absolutely not in here. This is where it should be. Is it under the bag of green leaves? No. Nope, it's on the floor. Nope, and there's my moss. All right, so I'm going to use these paper flowers. Boy, I wish I had my beige. I'm not going to do the other ones. I'm not going to do the other things because I really want my beige. Oh gosh, I tend to put things in very good. Yes, and then you need them and you wonder where that perfect place was. On the desk in front of you. No, I've looked and it's not over there on that. No, I looked. Nope. My lantern. Nope. Hi, just that perfect piece. Hi, Agnes. In the floral box on the bottom. No. Walk around maybe behind. Yeah, I don't want to hold you guys up any longer. Under my chair. Nope. Nope. There. I don't know where they are. It's freaking me out. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna do another pink. Oh, I really want my neutral. What a bummer. I don't want that. I mean, falls are coming. That looks nice with the black, actually. Doesn't it? I don't know what all I have to go with that. I need my neutral. Those are kind of peachy, but not. They're kind of creamy. I could spray these down and make them work. Those are too pink. I really... I'll make these work. Let's spray these. I'll make this. This is going to be fine. Let's do this. I'm okay with that color. You guys always like to see me do color anyway. Okay, so I'm getting my spray board out because I'm going to spray these and make them not so bright. I mean, see how they're just so papery and so bright. So I'm going to warm them up a little bit. Stain them down. There, that makes them better. And then let me dry it. I didn't fall in my trash just by chance. No, it's on the trash. Never would have let that happen. It's still not under my bag. I don't know if there's any flowers in any of these. This hat here, maybe I could pull a flower out of that. We'll see. We'll bail it out, you guys. We'll make it happen. So I just dropped my big rust color. Okay, that's going to be the one. So let's just dry off some. It won't be completely dry, but it'll get some of that wet off. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I don't know where they are. It's an antiquing spray. They're out of stock right now. It's in my Amazon shop, but you can keep your eyes peeled for it. There's a Tim Holtz spray that is my second favorite. I'll put a link. I'll send you a link for it. It's my second favorite. It's a little bit heavier of a spray, and it spits a little bit more. This is a little more of a mist. So, and it comes in all different colors, or you can just go to Tim Holtz and look it up. So I love these velvet flowers on that hat. And I'm wondering if the little stamen in the middle, if I can let that show, might kind of pull that. So I think I got something happening here. But yeah, see, I took the flowers from this to this and warmed them up. Might have got it a tinge too dark, but they usually, when they dry a snap lighter. So now I need my leaves back. I was gonna find that here, this will work. Probably need more of it, but I wanted to see if this would be too tall. I think it's too tall. Oh, I don't know. It's not a lot too tall, it's just a little too tall. Maybe a couple of daisies. You see, it's not going to take a whole lot of nothing. If I lay it down, how can I shorten it without it all falling apart? I don't think I can. I need to use a piece of this on there. Let me see. Let me just pull off some. And let me just, there's no wires in here. I'm just going to cut them down a snap. Okay, and I'm going to go straight in because whoever ends up with this little scale, you can pull it right off of the cast iron, so it's not going to hurt the scale at all. So I'm just going to do that. Rather than wire it all up and all of that stuff, this will stay just fine. Okay, so I'm just setting this in here into the hot glue, and it's going to take a minute to set up because this is just a real soft plastic. It doesn't melt it, but it just takes a minute to adhere, and it may not adhere to the cast. I'm not sure. It should. It's more about getting the fern to stick. Okay, and then I'm going to stick just this little piece. Agnes makes me think of her. She's got just that perfect piece. I'm using just this little piece of a flower, just this little bit of a flower. I'm kind of going to hang it, kind of want it over the edge a little bit. And I just want this wispy. I just want that wispy up. And then maybe a couple of the little daisies here on this side. Let's just try tacking those in. Just a couple little daisies. I sure wish I could have found what I was looking for. Oh well. Let's see here. There's what I want, the little teeny leaves. Let me see if I can get there. I got a couple to come out. Okay. So these little paper leaves are teeny tiny. I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah. Or wait just a second. You're still here, Agnes. Yeah, I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to do just a bigger piece. Okay, so let's I was kind of falling apart there for a second, you know, not being able to find what I want. There, look how cute that is. So these are like my favorite paper leaves at Hobby Lobby, and you can get a little pack of them. They're 70 cents each when you divide it down on the sale. When you can buy them on the 40% off, that little leaf that I just cut. But it needed cut. I didn't want it hanging clear down. Yeah, it's 70 cents. Just to give you an idea. And then, yeah, I think I'm going to stick another little teeny tiny piece of these little leaves. You'll see them there. Right on the edge of that flower. Right there is where I stuck it. Okay. And then the other half, this part that broke off went flying. Let's see if we can't cut that down and still use it. So I brought the flowers forward, okay, like that. So it doesn't look like it's cut off. And I'm going to try it and see if I do. Okay. I want it under here a little bit more, maybe. Okay, I'll show you. I know it's hard for you and me to see both all at the same time. That's where I kind of like that other camera setup that I have. There. Okay, so there you go. So that's one leaf. So 70 cents. I got leaves over here and here, and I just added one little paper leaf. These paper flowers are at Hobby Lobby. These ferns are there. And then I have this little velvet flower. Let's see about, although, yeah, let's get it in. I just love velvet. Anything velvet, vintage velvet. I've got the vintage daisies in there. And then we'll get this little vintage velvet flower off of that hat in there. And this one little petal keeps wanting to stay up, so I'm gonna glue, I'm just gonna tack it. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Because I wanna see that little red stamen, that little red dot. See? I wanna see that color. Okay, gosh, I'm kind of digging that like that, but now I went to the trouble of spraying these. I kind of feel like I need to use at least one somewheres. So let's see. Let's just see. We get, I see where she's gonna go. You're gonna go right there, aren't you? Yep, you are. Okay, I'll show you. See, whoop, right here's where I'm gonna put her. It's paper. I antiqued it, and I'm gonna put it right there. Now let me spin it around so I can see how it's doing. How it, you know, is landing. There we go. I like that better. I couldn't see. Now, I'm wondering, I know that this rust-colored pack has smaller sizes. I'm wondering, just for fun, would it be, oh, look, it's already got, I've done it. I started to use it in something else. I'm wondering if I want to lay a little bit over there, or is it better? Okay, I'm going to ask you guys, in the dish or at the bottom? Oh gosh, I don't know. Or maybe I need to build it up and do both. I'm kind of digging that. Since this part right here is where they would have put the little weights, and they did not have the weights, and that's not uncommon. So I think I'm going to do a little touch everywhere. You add something little, it does. It can be so small and yet be so much. It can really add a lot. So, okay, let's do, I'm going to add it down low off to the side a little bit. And then let's see about, is this going to be too long? This may be too long. Let me rip it down a little bit. It's so cute. Wait, just wait. Give me a second. Let me get it in here. Oh, it's so cute. So this ugly little black cast iron scale, I knew it had potential like mad. How stinking sweet. Okay, I think it's stinking sweet. Okay, let's see about putting a little flower and where I might want it. I'm kind of liking that. I'm kind of liking it stuck up here. I'm liking that one the best. So let's get that in, and then I'll see if I need one anywhere else. Okay. Oops, it's too far forward. Well, I'll just have to add two. I don't like where that's stuck down and I can't move it. So let me grab another one here. It's fine. I didn't hurt it. It's just kind of smushed a little bit. I didn't want it to do that. I was trying to do it from the back end. It's hard. That hot glue grabs, it must really cool that down. So I'm gonna have to add another one. Let me show you what I've got going on. I need one now right here. Unless I want to use one of these buds. These little buds. I can't see. I can't see. You guys can't see. I can't see. No, because the bud matches too much with the big flower. It's too matchy and you can't tell. Okay, let's add one more. I need it. Let's see. That. Okay. I need to move the words out of the way. I can't see what it looks like. And then I was going to leave this. Oh, wait. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it blank. Let me show you what I'm going to do. Oh, I've got buttons right here. I don't know why I got up and left. I'll go through them and make sure they're not huge. Like that one's way too big. But yeah, what if we just, that one's too dirty looking. What if we just did that and put some little buttons in the dish? Kind of like that. So there you go. There you go. You go. Oh, thanks for the hearts. You guys like it? Okay, great. So we made this, and we made this, and then we tweaked my little, I love the scallops and the things on this. I just think that is so, so sweet. And then what else did we do tonight? Oh, we did this. I dressed up the top of my little pin bottle, my bottle that's full of pins. All I did was add a glass doorknob, which I need to clean, but I'm going to let the glue dry, and then added a little seam binding bow. And I just think that's going to be interesting sitting alongside of like, let me show you one of my decorated bottles, like to display these together. I think it's just going to be really interesting, more than, more than if I were to, like how I had it before, I had two that were fabriced up. But I think doing that that's more interesting. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know where it's going to go. I'll have to rearrange all my shelves. That's it. I make one new thing and then I'm like, oh, now I got to rearrange everything to make it work, to make it better. So anyway, there you go. I'm going to stop with that. I would love to have done this with you and this with you. However, I can't find the flowers that I really want to use, and I don't want to just, pull it out and make whatever. So I'm just going to call it a night, and we'll get together again. I know I'll find that bag, and when I do, I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember. Did you glue the knob down on the bottle? Yes. No, I'm not going to use them. I've got plenty of pins, and those are vintage. They're old, and so they're a little rusty. I think whatever I try to shove them in, it might grip, and I'll really have to push hard to get it through, where a nice clean pin, I wouldn't. But if I ever needed a rusty old pin, I could. It's just E6000, and metal to metal, you can get that. You can get it off. I could pop it off if I wanted to. It'll be a little bit harder to get off than hot glue, but I can definitely get it off if I needed a pin. But I've got plenty of pins. So, and if I need it antiqued, I can rub some wax on it or do something. But I need the pin part sharp, I'm thinking, for whatever I add it to. Maybe old book pages, not, but Linda Glenham sent me some pins and some old things, so I'm fine. But yeah, you could totally just set it on there, but it was such a perfect fit around that. It wasn't sitting down in anything. It wasn't plenty to balance on. It was the same, so I really needed to glue it. Let's see. Oh, my glasses are dirty again every time. Oh, thank you, Kathy. You missed my comment on the older bed spring before. What have you done with it? The older bed spring. Gosh, I've done a lot with bed springs. You mean the little lady that I just shared? You mean my little girl? She was a group project. If you mean her, I can show you again. I cut the spring in half, and I made it look like a hoop. Kind of made it look like a old wired hoop skirt form. This bed spring, I don't think. If you're talking about her, she's a lamp. She's a metal lamp form, and the idea was to make. One of the girls in the group wanted me to get creative and figure out how to make this. I have a little bit of greenery in it. She wanted me to figure out how to make this. It was kind of a challenge for me. And so I came up with the idea of the spring, and then I made the little wire. Yeah, so this came this way. This was the metal part, and the light bulb was just a little stumpy, little shorty, flickery light bulb. It was a lamp, and then this was covered up with fabric. But I found this one this way. I added all this stuff, of course. You know me. I add a key. I zhuzhed it up. But this, yeah, we made in the group. We used an old porcelain doll head, and then some lace that I gathered, and then a little lace for like a shawl. I used a little tiny doily and gathered it around, kind of like we do our, well, they do the plaster flowers in the group too. You guys need to get in the group. I'm not going to stay doing this every day. I'm going to hang out as much as possible, trying to do every day through July, see how it goes. And I would like to be able to do it through October, through the Sparkle event. And then I've got to get back to my group like more. I promise them 3 times a month, and I bring them 3 unusual things. So they're good. I've got my projects for them, but I've been kind of getting used to going live over there more and more. So we'll have to talk. You guys have to be thinking about it, because I promise I won't keep doing this all the time here. You kiss a lot. Oh, Christy, that's wonderful, I think. Sorry for you, but it's fun for me. You're going to have to make one of those spring dolls. I have tons of springs. Already made the bubblehead snowman. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, you guys. See, I'm looking to make sure I didn't have any questions that I missed. Good. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I think you guys are just all good. You glue the, oh yeah, I already read that one. So glad you didn't fill the other tray with more. Nope, I'm thinking it would have been too many for such a small little thing. Good. Okay, you guys, I think everybody else is just happy. Here comes the buttons, Kathy. Too crazy, I was thinking that. Or some pearls. Perfect. Yeah, pearls would have been cute. Just drizzle a little pearl necklace in there, but I always like a little puddle of buttons somewhere. Thanks, you guys. I'm on lives like old times. Yes, I am. Not gonna do it forever, but I am. I love how. Thank you, Kathy. Okay, you guys. I'm gonna go because you guys can't see what I'm reading, and yeah. Can I join? I am Canada. Sure, of course, Gail. It's at TammyLovesVintage.com. If it doesn't work out when you try to check out, just message me. And maybe you can send me a check, or we'll figure it out. Maybe Venmo. I don't know who does the, who would do that for sure. So, but we can figure it out. Your cousin had some donate a full set of old encyclopedias. So now to do something with them. Yeah. Gosh, I've done so many old books. If you look back, if you go to, once again, I'm going to send you my YouTube channel and type in book under Tammy Loves Vintage. There's my own little search bar, not the main YouTube search bar. It'll take you away from my page. Stay on my page and find my little spyglass, my little, see eyeglass, and type in, I'm just looking, tweaking, book, or you could try encyclopedia, because I've done some encyclopedias before, but I don't know if I would have titled it that. But yeah, I've done lots of encyclopedia stacks. So, okay. Thanks for joining me, you guys. I will see you all tomorrow sometime. Tomorrow. If I do that sale, tomorrow's going to be crazy. So if we do tomorrow, it's going to be a fast one. And I do want to try to do every day. So I'll do something really quick. Okay. See you later. Bye-bye.